is driving me insane. Hello. Just last week you called me. The way you're talking is driving me insane. Hello. Hello. Even if we're hanging by a thread, what you said is spinning in my head, I just wanna pull you closer in this bed, take me back into your arms, and I'll never let you down. Let you, even if we're hanging by a thread, what you said is spinning in my head, I just wanna pull you closer in this bed, take me back into your arms, and I'll never let you down. Let you, even if we're hanging by a thread, what you said is spinning in my head, I pull you closer in this, let you, even if we're hanging by a thread, what you said is spinning in my head, I pull you closer in this, let you,
If only I had listened for a while, I would have told you I miss your smile. I thought of you as a friend who can't let go. When you left, I could feel it grow, like a body of water, seeping through the edges of my soul, and getting harder. It was never under my control, you know.
Hello traders, welcome to episode 90 of TA with me, Mitch Ray. You could be doing anything, but you choose to hang out with me and do technical analysis. For that, I'm quite grateful. Thanks for being here on this Tuesday. You know, a long weekend for most of us, but back at it again, right? Bitcoin, nothing's really changed since yesterday. We've continued just slightly upward sloping on very mediocre volume, as I just tweeted about it. Still got that bearish divergence on both oscillators, and you're not contrasting your impulse. So still between the 50% and 618 Fibonacci node, still within the parameters of the upward sloping channel, also still within the parameters of a wedge. If we use the same trend line as the top end of the wedge, still there. So I don't know, it's building up, but again, nothing significant and nothing weird about Bitcoin on the Fibonacci. But we've talked about this time and time again, and when I stream multiple times a day, it's hard for things to change on the market enough for me to start saying different things, right? It's just kind of the way it is, and we're just giving you the health of Bitcoin today and looking at that. Had a few alerts go off on a few Ethereum pairs. Taking a look at XLM to ETH. That thing broke out of some sort of channel within a large channel, a very bullish trend. I think MCO broke out too. To Ethereum. Those are my alerts. I think Litecoin also broke out too. I had another alert go off for Litecoin. So we're going to take a look at Litecoin today. But yeah, that's it on Bitcoin. And then we can also just look at the other chart I have. So that wedge, right, still just holding on. Just barely holding on. And at this point, if you just use the wicks here on this chart, it almost just makes it not a wedge, just makes it kind of a channel if you extended this out to respect everything. It's just like a channel at that point. But we're gonna hold it tight right here and see how well this, see how well the candle bodies close and respect this upward sloping trend line that we've had drawn. So, all right, so that's just your other way of looking at it without the fib channel and without the upward sloping channel, just the wedge, the fractal. All right. Still showing the bearish divergence on this chart too. So that's it. Let's take a look at chat real quick. Thanks again for everyone being here. Y'all are amazing. What's up, Safaroth? Mr. Magoog says, what? What indeed? Hey, coffee for crypto. Irwin Coffee. Excellent coffee. MK wants EA. We got it, man. And we're looking at how terrible that's been performing lately based on just decisions that EA made, or maybe they were out of their control, but it was a fundamental reason for the drop, right? Well, you know, technical started it, and then it's just been insult to injury after that, right? We had that rising wedge of bearish divergence outside of a channel, and then Battlefield 5 got delayed, and then increased competition from Call of Duty and many other, you know, games coming out this November. What's up, Crypto Tiger? Moses, hello. JD says 4 p.m. TA radio is back on. I guess so, man. I guess so. It's you know, it's pretty good when you're able to view it and see it, but I understand either way. Thanks for tuning in to GS, man. So, it's just zero. Ryler. Crypto Tech wants MNNFF. Sure, man. Medman Enterprises, right? Exploded today. I guess that's on some sort of news or something.
Short seller Citron has put TLRY in his crosshairs. Target $25 was long before. Result? TLRY pops 18% on the day. Short wrecked, but I take solace in the fact that the evil Mr. Left is right there with me, for a lot more money. Greater than TLRY Plaza.
Hey, HG man, thanks for the $3.18 Fibonacci contribution, and yeah, we'll take a look at TLRY right after Ripple. And yeah, man, sometimes it just doesn't work out, right? I mean, you know, kind of like, okay, China's banning crypto, everyone's freaking out. It's like the boy who cried wolf. So if you keep publicly announcing things need to be shorted, okay, then eventually you're going to be wrong, or it's going to fall on deaf ears, and then, yeah, the inverse is going to happen, right? So, yeah, maybe he probably did have a short position open and got wrecked. Yeah, probably. But thanks again, dude, for the contribution, man. What's up, Bob Field? Beach Life, hello? MDY. Sure, Coffee Crypto. My goodness. Getting some stock requests. More so than crypto. That's cool. There's the Beeswaxer. I'm doing well, man. Doing well. Hope you're doing well as well. All right. What's up, Stacking Stoner, the Stone Stacker? Philander Supermarket. Good afternoon to you. Mr. Scotsman. RJ. Jamal. Zero got faked out on IOTA this morning. Get wrecked, dude. Well, I don't know. I replotted it and stuff, and it's like right at a very critical downward sloping resistance. That's what I've learned on IOTA. You've had it up to here with people touching your butt, Joseph, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that you have a nice butt, it seems. So much that people touch it. All right. Long Range Crypto, hello. GVT has been running, right? It broke out of that wedge like a week ago, right? Philander Supermarket. But I guess like putting on the list, nothing wrong with that. Thanks, Crypto Keeper, and thank you for being here. And hello, Mr. Boom Boom Bert. Maddie702. Are there once Neo? Alright. Howdy, Rob N. Glad you're here. Someone wants BCC. Okay. On the list. Hello, Julia. I appreciate that. Doing pretty well. Hope you're doing great, too. Alright. Let's go ahead and just play the Jesus Challenge for their respective Jesus peoples, like we always do. The Jesus peoples. What's up, Tech Lords? Coming in on Twitch. Happy to have you, man. Is my lighting messed up in here with the Lumia bot? I don't know if it's moved yet. It might just need to be reset. Oh wait, is it even open? No, it wasn't even on. Wow. I thought I turned it on. Am I crazy? That's so weird. It's like not opening. Oh, it's on. Never mind. Just gonna reset it real quick. It should be fine now if anyone plays with it. So, but John W. Brad Fisher. Sorry, just getting through this chat. We're almost done, okay? Just hold tight. Thanks, Zachary, man. Happy 90th episode. It's more like our 550th episode or something crazy.
CGC, please.
Hey, I want my butt touched. Thanks so much for the $3.33. Jeez, man. Yeah, we'll look at some more. We got pot stocks on the roster today. That was the one that was victim. It fell victim to Andrew Left and Citron. So TILRAY survived and jumped 18%. That's great. What's up about Lord Dumbington? Brethren of Bang. Justin Birkin wants Monero. Alright. We started getting a little long, but that's okay. Hey, Essex Hammer. Come on, England, man. Julie wants a vet. US dollar? Sure. Put it on the list. Hey, Jurgen Ernst, man. Glad to see you here. BC Minor. Your prayers have been heard. What does that mean, man? AMD. Oh, God, dude. 30 is going to be tough, man. That psychological resistance, all right? But I can't believe it's just continuing to just go straight up like that. Something's going to give, and those gaps are going to get filled. And the day that the rug does get pulled, it's going to be so fast. It's going to be one huge red candle on pretty extreme levels of volume. Okay, it's loud. Sorry. I think we're good. Disney fell back into the sim triangle today. Oh, really? Bradford, I couldn't believe it with the weekly Dark Cloud cover and then like the daily evening Doji Star or whatever, and then the 4-hour other. Remember that? When we looked at it, it was just like, it's going to happen, man. It's just too significant of a time scale, too bearish of a reversal pattern on a breakout on pretty scrubby volume, right? It was just... What's up, Crypto Kiwi, man? Thanks for tuning in, dude.
Could we look at NEO/USDT, please, mate? Come on, England.
I want my butt spanked. Thanks so much for the $3.33, the G's, man. And yeah, we'll take a look at NEO for sure. Put it on the list. You know, the list, right? Thanks, dude. Really, really grateful for y'all. What's up about Play Dead? Oh, you want Doge, man? Alright, I'll put it on this list. Doge Ethereum, whatever. I thought it was good enough for me to just put the logo on the intro next to Bitcoin. Hey, Derek York, hello. Good to see you. JD, Crypto Yeti. The Yetis are in the house. There's only one, I guess. Maybe there's more. Whew. BC Miner coming in with the eggplant. Excellent. Okay. What's up about Rupee? Good to see you again. OMG, alright. No, it was Kron. Kron got wrecked. That's right, not CGC. My bad. So many pot stocks. You know, it's like trying to memorize all the Beanie Babies, right? After a while, you get it. It takes time. But then all of a sudden, there's this new world of craziness, and it's the pot stocks, right? So now I'm trying to learn like all these new pot stock tickers and stuff like that. You missed the Viking. 208 more subs, and you'll see him again, Jeff. 208 more subs. We'll have a crazy 1,000 sub celebration. The faster we get there, the faster you get to see it. What's up, Mark Purdy, man? Good to see you, dude. One Man Army. Kappa freaking Dappa. Oh my god, we have so many awesome people in here today. Y'all are amazing. Anthony Rosano is one of them. Mr. Fahad Khan. Do I think Bitcoin can go up further from now? I think it could continue to march on scrubby volume. But I'm telling you, man, this kind of stuff is going to give way. If we don't pick... Look, the only way any of this stuff gets invalidated is insane volume with green candle, a very large engulfing green candle that breaks all this resistance here, okay? That's what it's going to take. But for now, we're just upward sloping and a rising wedge. So, yeah, but again, they could easily just get shattered. Look, it just keeps on floating up along this trend line. Soon you'll be facing that 618, that 7,500 range. If you just keep on floating, and that's not going to be easy to break at all. Okay, very, very tough to break. So we'll see though. So I can't say that it can't just keep on staying irrational and just keep on breaking the upside like this with the low volume. If no one's selling it, fine. But eventually, if big volume comes in, can easily take away all these gains real quick. Okay, that's why you want large amounts of volume at critical areas of resistance. So it's almost impossible for somebody to just, you know, easily come in and drive the price down. We're just not getting that kind of volume that we need. Any kind of large red volume selling pressure comes in, it could just no problem wipe this out. Okay, someone wants it down, they could bring it down right now, the powers that be. Okay, so thanks for being here, Mr. Fahad Khan. Smartwatches for you. Hello. Well, you know, smartwatches for you. Also, look, man, there's multiple ways to interpret what's going on, right? So right here, it's not even a wedge, right? Right here, it could just be a channel, just an upward sloping channel that just continues on and keeps showing bearish divergence. But I'm telling you, bearish divergence gets very well respected. Okay, so unless some kind of news catalyst or insane volume, inside information comes around and just completely breaks us out to the upside cleanly away from this, still think down before up if it's going to happen. Hey, Jeremy Ragsdale, thanks for tuning in, man. And there's freaking Montana, man. Montana the Jesus, man. Welcome. Glad you're here, dude. Awesome. Looks like the lights are working again. So, one man army, one Mon army, one XLM. I think XLM eclipsed 1 million users or something today. User accounts or something. Some sort of news on that. Almost through here. That's right, one Mon Armory. Yep, Litecoin breakout, exactly, Justin Smith. No one talked about it until now. So it's on the list, but it's just so far down on the list, man. So far down on the list. Absolutely, Fahad, man. Thanks for being here. What's up, Manology, Sander Studios? Okay, we did it, man. And there's Papa Crypto. He says, greetings from Tonga. Greetings, man. Happy to have you. All right, so that's Bitcoin. We've looked at it from different angles, the way they look, and now we're going to move on to Ethereum. Not much has changed on Ethereum really at all. Go figure, right? I mean, my God, man, it's just snooze fest for Ethereum. It just, nothing changes, does it? You know, we broke the upside, you know, made an adjustment on our, upper, you know, the upper trend line of the sim triangle. Feel like this is probably the way you'd want to adjust it. Because, you know, whatever, breakout, oh yeah, breakout on no volume, okay, I don't believe it. So let's adjust, and either way, it's not going to put us in any kind of danger making an adjustment like that. It's just going to keep us cautious, like, so we don't have a false sense of it breaking out on no volume in a scrub trend, right? I mean, this is just a consolidation phase that's been going on, I mean, since the 14th. It's been a while, right? This pattern is very well matured. And it looks like we're trying to make higher lows than our previous lows. So we'll see how well if we keep on breaking down. I mean, we're trying to hold off, swing out, swing low. We're using that 382 Fibonacci node, that 283.29 as a support. But again, any kind of breaks, you got to get some volume. Okay, have to. And then when you get up here, you're going to have extremely higher levels of volume past that to get above overhead resistance. There's just so much of it too. So Ethereum lacking volume throughout this entire pattern, which makes sense because it's consolidation phase, but the volume was not lacking at all on this selling, right? Tons of elevation and volume on the selling. So you know, so you have the impulse down, you consolidate for a while, you know, over 2 weeks, and soon enough it's going to give way and you're going to get a big break to the upside or downside. And the measure move will help us determine how far we will fall or how high we will go. But then again, why do you fail to make measure moves? Because of too much resistance, not enough demand up at these levels. A lot of resistance up here. Okay, you got more resistance going up than you do going down at this point. So anyway, zooming out to see that trend, you know, that we talk about every single show. It's just since May 5th been absolutely disgusting. Lower highs, lower lows, over and over and over. We had 7 weeks of prosperity in the year of 2018, pretty much for Ethereum, and since then it's just been awful. Okay, I mean, we're talking about all-time highs up here, 1420, and we're at 286 bucks right now. Don't FOMO, man. I mean, one would not want to FOMO if they didn't want to, right? If they wanted to preserve their capital, they wouldn't do that. All right, so I don't know what to tell you, man. Ethereum just looking very bad, a terrible performer for the year of 2018. And go ahead and take a look at the stock market. Most things, a lot of things in the stock market are making all-time highs like every day. And then there's Ethereum, but people are just clinging to Ethereum. Like, okay, man, great. Let's go to Ripple. You know, the channel, it was not really much of a breakout, was it? And I wonder though if we could adjust our channel since this breakout was so scrubby on not much volume at all. I feel like maybe we could do anchor point 1 and 2 here, and then anchor point 3 and like 4 here. And I wonder if that lines up now. There's a very real possibility. Let me do this real quick. Just hang tight. Don't want to freak out. Just want to try something. Okay. Touch point 1 back from April 24th. I don't know if this will work. It might work. Touch point 2 from May 4th. And then we just pull it down a little bit. And there you have it. Touch point 1 and 2 and 3 on the bottom side. Aha. So I had to make adjustments because when your breakout is scrubby on no volume and doesn't really do anything, when you make adjustments like that, it helps you see. And look at the heartline respect we're seeing now. Oh my God. I want to talk about how much that helps us, because this is the way, you know, we respected the upper trend line of the downward sloping channel. Now we've adjusted it, and now we can see that we now have the heart line that is playing the part of the old trend line, and the trend line's been extended out. And that's just sometimes what you have to do. You have to make adjustments, and it lines up so wonderfully, and the heart line gives us so much confirmation that this might be the way the market is now interpreting this channel. Pretty sweet, man. All right. Okay, so what does that mean? That means right now we're currently at critical areas of resistance, right? Just now trying to get above that heart line, but we can't. And still forming that descending triangle, that just consolidation phase after an impulse up. Always good to have the impulse up with consolidation, but as we discussed yesterday, we just kept failing to break above the 20 and the 50 and the 200 again. And look, we could not get above the 200 at all. And this is why we have the 200 MA SMA plotted, because it's always going to act as some form of resistance, especially on low volume. That's like, and a lot of the times, most of the time, we have low volume, not high, right? So there you go. Failed too many times, and now we're breaking down at just a larger red candle, and now we're trying to, you know, just pivot or something, but it's whatever, man. So that's Ripple. Nowhere really critical anymore. Remember we readjusted this, and we tried to run up. We couldn't break it, and then just broke down again. So we'll see where we land. No swing low yet. No new swing low yet. All right. All right. Your negative momentum is just kind of building a little bit, kind of stalling too. So making lower lows with a little bit lower levels of negative momentum, but this could change so quick. We got 2 hours and 31 minutes left in the 4-hour candle, so we're not going to try to make any kind of, you know, suggestion about what's going on the oscillator until we get more confirmation, more candles. Okay. But the bearish convergence played out. Lower highs than our previous highs. Lower levels of positive momentum and relative strength, and breaking down because of that. All right. Great. Tilray. Let's do the 1 hour real quick. Not much data, do we? God. Just continued to gap up on, you know, lower levels of volume, right? It's just unreal. But hey, it's still respecting this upward sloping trend line. of the channel somewhat, right? It runs up, then gets rejected, then pivots, and then runs up again, then starts respecting it again. I mean, there's so much validity to this little area right here as an upward sloping resistance, and we're above the 2618. So we can extend this out a little bit now. Crazy stuff, man. Just continuing to gap up like today. So we started at 69.41. Hold on, that's yeah, that's the hourly. Oh my god. Yeah, it went from 69.41 and finished the day at 76.96. And after hours, right now it's at 78.97. So up today 18%. Freaking pot stocks, man. Crazy, dude. Alright, so that's it, man. It's like you had the bearish divergence, right? But you're extremely bullish, so all of a sudden, boom, just disregarded all of it. Just said, eh. I mean, look, I guess you had it. Look, you had higher highs than your previous highs, and then you broke down. But then you made higher highs than your previous highs, and it's just like, okay, just completely disregard it. Positive momentum just picks up. So remember, when you're in a bull trend, bearish stuff is just not as reliable. It's not. And can easily fail like this. So that's why we discuss that all the time. Seriously, just we haven't been below 54 on the RSI since, yeah, August 14th. Wow, man. So in a little over 2 weeks, we've gone from $24. You hear me? A little bit more, $24 to now $78.98 after hours. Less than 2 weeks. Good God. All right, that's till right. Not much more to tell you. So that's all we have are our, you know, outer space fib extensions. Okay, so that's it. 8247 is the 3618, and you're just floating along the very top of the channel that you're in. That's it. Go to CGC. I mean, there's just not too much to talk about with these crazy runners. Okay. Well, let's go to the 4 hour, I think. Maybe the daily. No, it's the daily. It looks weird like that. Watch. There you go. I don't know why it's like that. It's so weird. The 4 hour is all screwed up. So is the 1 hour. But then you look at the daily, you just had this beautiful ascending triangle, broke out, and measured moves at 53.97, and here we go, past the 1618, trying to get there. Currently, after hour trading, 53.17, up 1.47%. So about to make the measured move of this huge triangle. It's pretty good, man. And it could obviously continue going if it wants, but you know, now showing that bearish divergence, but again, it could just keep on building and eventually just disregard it. I mean, if these pot stocks are so hot, look out, shorts. You're getting to a point where it's just getting crazy. It's just getting crazy. Look, stemming back from November of 2016, that was your first anchor point. Your second anchor point was January of 2018. Now we're outside of that fib channel, that 2-year-long fib channel. You're out of it on extremely high levels of volume, but that's just a macro thing. I think everyone's just now getting into pot stocks, going crazy. So close to the measured move. We're less than $1 to that measured move after hours anyway. I mean, good God. I don't know what you want from me, man. It's just insanity. Look at that run. NVIDIA's run kind of looks like that, pivoting and just going almost straight up. It's kind of what they did. Give me a sec so we can just move on. Cool to see, though. We're going to respect the triangle, right? The measure principle of the triangle. Looks like we're close enough anyway. Just like AMD. AMD was less than $1 away from its measure move before pulling back just a little bit, but now it seems like it's made that measure move of the huge 2-year-long bull pull bull flag. And we'll look at that a little later. Okay, NEO to the US dollar tether. It's so weird while it looks like it's so dumb. Okay, here's your NEO to the US dollar tether, man. Wow. Alright, so a decent amount of stuff going on, alright? First off, just plotting it like this. Touch point 1 and 2 and 3 on the bottom side. And then really used, the candle body close, not the wick, on our fib channel, because we got so much validity and confirmation that that was the right way to properly plot it. Look at this. And right here, these two right here give me so much confidence. Look right here. Oh my God. And you can see how we're bouncing off that 25% trend line and using it as a resistance. Now we're finally outside of it. So, but you know, that's the longer term trend that it stems, it stems back to January, right? Kind of like, it looks like Ethereum, right? Yes, it does. And so with that being said, you know, we had this downward sloping channel, this shorter term channel that stems back to April. So that's still pretty, it's a few months, isn't it? And then, you know, in the channel we had the triangle and then broke out bearishly, hit the measured move of this triangle that was $18, fell below it and got all the way down to like $13.86 or whatever. And then since then, after the impulse down, we're now just upward sloping channel stuff, right? Getting out, breaking out of that April channel and trying to get above, well, we are above now, the 25% trend line of the larger downward sloping trend we're in, okay? But yeah, making higher highs. You're still building your positive momentum, so this could just keep on building if it wanted, but seems like it's holding pretty well within the parameters of this little channel. So good stuff there. Sitting at 382 Fibonacci. Okay, we went from a swing high up here to a swing low. 382 is a, you know, common retrace, and then you've got 2849, and then you've got 3194. So between this area, this is your common fib retrace area after a huge impulse down, okay, in between the 382 and the 618. So anywhere in between here, this is where bots are maybe looking to reverse the price action to the downside just because the impulse before it was bearish. So we are not in any way, any shape, form, or capacity in some sort of bullish trend right now. Please don't think we are. If you just zoom out, you can see it. Just showed y'all. So look, I mean, it could all start here. This is as high as, I mean, we don't have to go any higher if we don't want to, technically, like based on just the Fibonacci, the principle of it. But anywhere in between this area is where we could turn things around bearishly if we're not careful. Okay. All right. So I'm saying you made a high here, now you're making higher highs at that 382 resistance with lower levels of positive momentum. So that's just a Class A bearish divergence you got going on, but some nice volume came in. I mean, the highest spike in volume we'd seen since, well, never mind, I take that back. We had some here on this spike to the upside, but these two green volume candles, highest levels we had seen since July, and then before that, April. So there you go, there's your needed US dollar tether. I want my butt spanked. Thanks so much for the, again, the $3.33. Really appreciate it, man. So, thanks again for being here. I'm just going to go through some chat, keep it balanced. We just look at some pot stocks and then just got through NIO. What's up, Joel B. Man on Twitch. Good to see you. No telling, Crypto Yeti, but we do know that we understand that it could go up or down because of the inherently neutral pattern of the sim triangle on Ethereum. But, and you know, we know how to do the measured rule, the measured move rule. But we keep it neutral until we get confirmation of a breakout of the upside or downside, unless we're trying to buy at the bottom end of a triangle, hoping to go long, or the top end of a triangle, going short, right? Thanks, Sean Coons, man. Glad you're here. Third Eye Trader. Glad you're here, dude. Hello, Blockchain Bandit. Yep, balked in November, exactly. So, Solarius, ROI. You're freaking out, man. Oh my God, just freak out. Sorry, just getting through this. Hang tight. So, about Jill J on YouTube. Earth Yaw, hello. Sarah Bell. There's Ron Nichols. Oh my God, we have so many good people in here. Thanks so much for the 152 people tuned in between Twitch and YouTube. Really do appreciate y'all. What's up, Joffredo, man? No, they're not cheap at all, Blockchain Bandit, but understand who you're supporting. You're like supporting the Jesus man, okay?
Hey Mitch, Can we take a look at DIN/ETH? Thanks, Jesus Mode.
Hey, Iconic the Group, man. Thanks for the $4.20. The cannabis coin. How appropriate on a day like this where those cannabis stocks are going insane. Sure, man. Give me a sec. Oh my god. Wow, man. Beautiful rounding action. Holy crap. Let's go to that right now. Cool, man. Yeah, it's refreshing to, you know, every now and then get something just looks weird and different. It doesn't have much data at all, but either way, look at this. Remember, what is it when you get rounding action like that? What does that mean? That's testament to a change in momentum between buyers and sellers. That's all it means. It's the psychology of the rounding action itself. Not very choppy. Doesn't start getting choppy till you know, a little bit later. Pretty sweet, man. Pretty sweet, but unfortunately, topping out and making lower highs than our previous highs, right, up here. It's not good. You never want to see, if you're hoping for some sort of rounding bottom or cup with handle or whatever, you always want to match your previous highs. I mean, the wicks are good and all, but the candle bodies, they're pretty important too. All right, so hold on a sec. Let me, music. All right, so because how do we look at this, right? Chart touch point's going to be tough with this kind of crazy spike. Always going to derail, you know, niceness of our pattern, right? So try it from the bottom, I guess. See how it works now that we have more data here. Maybe we're building. Because obviously you know that we can't do it this way, right? We can't plot like this. That makes literally no sense, right? What? How does that work? You don't have an anchor point on the bottom side. Wrong. So, but you can have something like this, though, before this spike to the upside. Let's say it didn't happen yet. And we do touch point 1 and 2, and then 3 on the bottom. See, that still doesn't really play ball that well. It's like you're outside. So I think the only way we can do it now at this point is just from touch point 1 and 2 up here on the top side. Man, I don't know whether I want to use the candle body here, because you get the heartline respect there, or the actual wick. And the wick, you don't get much respect. You get some. I'm going to use the candle body close. Okay. Not the crazy exaggeration. I mean, that's nuts, man. So you get a lot of heartline respect, and you get some sort of look. Anytime you break above the 25% trend line, you get rejected with the tweezer double top here and right here. Same thing. You broke it. You tested. You back tested even, and then you got rejected the next candle, and you're back within the parameters of this smaller section of the fib channel. So currently at the bottom side of it and just trying to run. I think that's a decent way to look at this anyway. I mean, that's the best way you can look at it, in my opinion. And then maybe in the shorter term, you know, this is nothing really. Got a smaller channel, I guess, that you can look at too. If it breaks the upside, you at least know you'll have respect here. Seth
tipped $25. What's up, everyone? Vet up Tesla down. It's a good day to be Seth/Vet Moonboy/Count Chocula.
Seth, I have something to tell you. Breaking news.
Bitch ain't doing things.
Thanks so much, man, for the 25 friggin' dollars. Jeez, man. Yeah, we'll move Vet up. We'll look at it right after Dent to Ethereum. A crazy looking little coin we got going on right now. Dude, seriously, thanks so much, man. Time and time again. I just can't thank you enough, man. All right. So anyway, I guess we probably would use our fibs just to see proper retrace from a swing high up there. Let's see where we're at. Right above that 382 right now. And so we could run up to the 1178, 1235 area. But I don't know, man, because you think about it, the trend has changed, but you're still much lower, making lower highs than our previous highs up here on candle body closes. So you want to hold within the parameters, it seems, of our new little fib channel we got going on. You don't want to fall out of this, okay? And then if you do in fact break out of that, what would be really, really bad, which you would never want to do, is fall below that 938 area ever. If you do that, you're in a lot of trouble and you're probably going to break down, and at that point you might be breaking down tremendously to get there before breaking down to even lower prices, okay?
Seth tipped $25. Smiley face. Smiley face. That's worth an extra 25.
Seth, man. Thanks, dude. Thanks. God, you're freaking incredible, man. Very grateful, dude. So, yeah, man, but it is doing things, and continued to run up last night and broke above that 618 and it's just pulling back a little bit now, but, my God, man, just gangbusters on VET to the US dollar tether right now. Oh my goodness, Nike is trending right now on StockTwits. So that's your dent coin, man. You could just keep on marching up here, but you know you're gonna have Fibonacci resistance, and you're gonna have upward sloping resistance, I believe. Look at the heart line here, and look at the 25% trend line that we're very close to. And then above that, I think you're definitely going to have resistance up here. So that's the way you might want to look at this for now anyway. All right, so anyway, let's move on to VET, this doing things, all right? I think anytime you do that, man, anytime you tip me, I'm just going to play that sound clip. Just makes sense, right? All right, so just continuing to march, man. I'm starting to be able to see that measure move just a little bit of that triangle we had, right? Still keeping it there is still the target. I don't know if we can get there, but if we stay within the parameters of this wedge and don't get too crazy, we could maybe hit that target very soon. It'd be preferable if we just, with your limit cells set up, for whatever profit taking you're going to take for just a short-term trade, we just run up on high volume and, trigger the limit cells, right? So, hey Scatman, thanks so much for the sub on YouTube. I know you did, from that song back in the 2000s. Y'all remember it. He's a Scatman, and then goes on. So cool. We had the bearish convergence that we pivoted, made higher lows. Remember we were talking about the bullish convergence too. So a lot of neutrality on the oscillator. When they're both doing that, they're just washing each other out. So it's just neutral. It's just like being at 50 on the RSI, but we're not at 50 on the RSI on VET. We're sitting hot, sitting real hot at 62 on the RSI, looking wonderful up here. This is the stuff you want to see. Always staying on the upper side of the RSI, near overbought, but not quite overbought. It's perfect what VET's doing. So it's doing things, man. It seriously is doing things, and wouldn't be surprised if we came and retested that the 1.893 cent area at the 618. Use it as support. Maybe just back test, whatever. These previous highs too. That'll be some support. I wonder if we could hold that. That'd be great. But really nice to see here. High on price. Higher high on price. Higher levels of positive momentum. Building now. So that's always a good sign. But just remember the context. Huge impulse down. Very, very nice break to the upside. Continuing to upward slope, right? But just no one's getting an opportunity here to accumulate. So eventually this demand will dry up. Hey, what's up, Kevin, man? Thanks so much for the sub on YouTube. Jeez, man. Welcome. So we're just looking for that 2.155 cent range. See if we can get there. We're very close. Very, very close. But it's been wonderful as a setup. But it's just taking its time, just like Litecoin Ethereum took its time. It's like Neo taking his time, right? So, Vet Moonboy, I hope that helps, dude. Let me know. The Jesus Man. Thanks so much, dude. Now I'm going to just go back to chat for a minute and keep it balanced. Thank you all for being here. Still 151 of y'all between Twitch and YouTube. Hanging around. Thanks so much. What's up, Skyward Man? Doing pretty well, dude. Doing pretty well. On a Tuesday. There's a song. There's multiple songs about Tuesday. Okay. Hey, what's up, Richard Lamb? You recommended my channel with a very big connected person. Probably a couple more German people coming my way soon. God bless me. Hey, God bless you, Super Mark Hurt, man. I really do appreciate the the advocacy. It means everything. I can't grow without y'all. I need y'all. If word of mouth is some of the best advertising and marketing. So if you believe in this channel and you want to see it grow, it's on y'all, right? Thanks, smartwatches for you. Really appreciate that. Tyler Burgess is new to the channel. Well, hey man, welcome. Very happy to see you. Thank you, man. If you have any questions about technical analysis, hit us up in the chat or our Discord. Greg Morgan's driving with me. The early show. It's all good, man. Does the RSI work on all frames, Scatman? Yeah, but just like everything can work on timescales. But remember, the way you need to look at indicators, patterns, oscillators, whatever, the slower the timescale, the more reliable the patterns or oscillators or indicators are going to be. They're going to be more reliable on a daily timescale than they would be on a 1 hour, 30 minute, or 5 minute, right? But the 4 hours is going to be more reliable than the 1 hour of 30 minute, right? But the daily is going to tell us a lot, but you want to switch between them to see kind of what's going on in the short term. Oh yeah, I think I read about that.
Seth tipped $25. Thanks, Mitch. Sounds promising. On the fundamentals side, they are doing a major announcement while we all sleeping tonight, during day tomorrow in China. Likely price is either considerably higher or lower this time tomorrow.
Yeah, you could maybe treat that like an earnings play, right? Like an earnings report, that kind of stuff, you know. So stuff will be talked about. Not sure how the market's going to digest it. The powers to be that have the power to move this thing extreme amounts up or down. So yeah, understandable. And Seth, thanks so much, man. Do you got anything like what really is going on so much though? Like, want to tell us, or you can just say in chat if you want to, man. Oh my goodness, a sultan? Ladies and gentlemen, we have a sultan in the house. Thanks so much for the sub on YouTube, man. Juice, man. Thank you, dude. Royalty. Well, we were talking about Vet Moonboy's royalty too. So, what's up, Vivi Wang? Good afternoon to you. There's Zachary Schneider. You're leaving the candle body out. Which tool is that? Which one? Talking about this one, Jules, man? Are you? I can't remember if you're part of the Patreon over here or not. But on the Patreon, I do have a video on how to do it, how to use it, or you lose it. Really, just how everything on our Patreon page, how to use this tool, and how to make sure all the criteria and formatting are proper and correct. Oh. That's right, doing things. Okay, I'm kind of behind on chat. Wow. Okay, here we go. One Man Army is kind of chiming in for us. Helps answer the question. He says 6 hours to go until another VeChain partner announcement. Stream is only in Chinese though. Is it possible to learn Chinese in half a day? Maybe. I think we can only learn on the moon though with Elon Musk, because something about gravity and stuff or something, right? What's up, Long John Silver? I know you, man. What's up, dude? Hey, Thatcher. Thatcher Longstriff. Crypto and Chill. Oh my god, Thatcher, man. I think I remember you from long ago. Is that you, Thatcher, man? Is that you? It's been so long, man. Happy to see you, dude. If that is you. Because I remember a Thatcher. I remember saying your name all the time, dude. Oh yeah, Thatcher.
Sunny Lu, their founder, has talked of major partnership announcements at this event they are speaking at. If he comes through, price will pop. If he exaggerated, price will fall some.
Interesting. Well, do you know what's his track record of exaggerations? Has he been rather reserved on his announcements and stuff like that, or is he a Justin Sun 2.0? You know, that's a big deal because Justin Sun played his cards so early. All right, 30 cents, 29 cents on Tron. Never again. Well, not until maybe the next Great FOMO. Might take 3 to 5 to 10 years for that to happen again. But you know, hopefully he's got a pretty reserved attitude about this whole thing and doesn't care about the short-term pops like Justin Sun, and is looking for the long game, right? So, yeah, VeChain's got an incredible amount of partnerships. I think I read it was around $1 trillion of partnerships already. But, you know, I think people are skeptical because it's Chinese and stuff, and people just are really turned off by anything Chinese. So I think that's like the, you know, there's like the pros and cons about VeChain Thor. Almost through chat, okay? This is how I do it. If you're new in here, I'm very heavy on interpersonality or interpersonal communication with the chat. I do go hardcore on the charts, I do, but when I keep it balanced because I don't like missing chat. I like going back and forth, right? Hey, Rubia, what's going on? Thank you so much for the sub on YouTube, the Jesus person. Really appreciate that. LP is new here. Well, LP, man, wonderful to see you, man. And again, if you have any coins or analysis you want done, just shout them out, and feel free to join our Discord. Or if you have any questions about just technical analysis in general, hit us up in the this chat right here, okay? Hey, Pablo, man, you've been busy in Chile. It's a different time zone from Australia, man. I'm sure you get a little jet lag. Do I consider VeChain Thor an S coin? Look, based on it's a little bit more of an upgrade than most coins, right? Just because of their track record of what they've got and success, right? And so I didn't know much about it and started researching it, and man, it's a lot better than most stuff that is on this market. Like incredibly more viable, and will probably be around much longer than most of these other cryptos that are just like running out of money, not making partnerships at all, and don't even have a working product, and a lot don't even have a white paper. I think I read today something about Walton Coin just like came out with their white paper or something. Can someone like confirm or deny this, or like, you know, look it up? That's like true. I think they put out the white paper today. When CNBC Fast Money keep us all entertained. Dude, I don't know how much entertainment you're going to get out of that. You might be entertainment, but hey, Crypto Nico says he runs his own TA vids. Want to show some love. Hey man, love right back at you, man. Thanks so much, dude. This is a live stream for technical analysis and positivity. It's a big thing, is positivity in here, right? Just having a good time, relaxing, looking at the charts, analyzing, educating, and then also talking sometimes about how bad Nutella is for you. Right? But hey, thanks, Crypto Nikos, man. Really appreciate it. Glad you're here. It's the Walton Coin White Paper 2.0. Oh, they came out with a new plan, huh? Oh my god, that sounds like a viable investment. Oh my goodness. Upgraded white paper. Okay, man. Well, it looks like what we were doing didn't work, but we're gonna try some. I'm gonna augment this a little bit, send it out again. Okay. All right. So this is your VeChain Thor. Getting a little bit closer to that target, but still not quite there. And we understand the exhaustion pattern, that rising wedge after the impulse up, could just act as a bearish. I don't know. If you're looking at this impulse, bearish reversal. If you're looking at here, could just be a bearish continuation from this huge initial impulse down. But this is why we draw our patterns, set up your alerts, and know. And if you were able to get in on this at the 382, like some of us were able to, maybe move those stops up a little bit if one wanted to preserve some capital, preserve some profit, really, not capital, just profit, you know. So you're in the money pretty deep right now. And I'd like to see us go higher, but we have room to run still, and not showing any reason to believe that we'd be breaking down at this point based on the new shorter term bullish convergence. So that's nice at least. But here you go, you got the catalyst coming, as Seth said, and others that could very well destroy this pattern, right? To the upside or downside. Could make it play out perfectly. We just tank on bad news, or just completely shoot up on stupid volume to the upside. All right, so we'll see. Looking forward to it. The news on Bit. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for your local on the 8s. Let's go to Bitcoin. Said that really weird. I don't even know how I said it, man. Bitcoin. So just continuing to flag up, impulse up, consolidating with the impulse. Gonna get tired soon. Low volume at critical areas of resistance. You keep failing enough times, I'm telling you, signifies to the market that we do not have the power or the demand to get over critical areas of resistance, so we will in fact sell off. Will soon happen with this kind of price action. This is exactly what you do when you're going to scrub out soon. I'm just saying. So, volume's been very, very mediocre most of the way up. The only reason we had a nice move to the upside and downside was just because of news and all that stuff, right? With the SEC and those 9 ETFs getting, well, they wanted to be ETFs that got knocked down. So,
Good news, everyone. Just double checked the time of Sunny's presentation. It's at 11:30 AM Singapore time, which is 11:30 PM EST tonight. We can watch what happens during the night stream tonight.
That's awesome. Yeah, and hopefully I won't have any issues. Like, I'll be able to like stream that on the channel, right? I can just put it in like top left hand or bottom, bottom right hand corner while we're charting and stuff. Just to, I don't know. We could do something. Yeah, that's awesome. Excellent news, Seth. Hey, crypto's global. Sometimes there are pros to that, right? So anyway, so with Bitcoin, again, you've broken out of fib channel, but on extremely mediocre levels of volume, so that always makes you skeptical. Always remain skeptical on any kind of breakout on scrubby volume. And the bearish divergence is just continued happening, just on both oscillators. Just keeps on going. You keep making higher highs, you keep somehow making lower levels of relative strength every single time. I'm telling you, it's gonna play out. This is gonna play out. Okay, we'll look at the other chart on Bitcoin. It's the US dollar, the fractal without the fib channels, to clean it up, just so you can, we keep it simple. It's Bitfinex, yeah. So there you go, the same chart, different exchange, and just a different way of looking at it. We got that rising wedge going on. Not a very good-looking wedge. I mean, it's not a wide one. It's getting pretty tall though, and it's been going on truly since the 11th of August. So we're getting 3 weeks, going on a month soon. But above that 50% retrace, which that's your Dow theory, but still between, remember what we talked about, between the 382 and the 618, these are all common areas you do retrace after impulses. This was the impulse down. Here are the common areas you retrace. We're past 2, on our way to the 3rd, and the last common area. Anything past this starts getting really weird. I mean, because the 786 is just so far away. If you break 7,500 with convincing volume, if you want to see it past 7,500, we could easily see 79.39. That's the 786. That's the next fib node. But again, that's not going to be easy. What we're doing, and we're showing, we just keep on floating up. That's great, but it just, we're being told by the markets that on the 4 hour we should at least pull back to some support or lower before breaking the upside again. If we did, okay, that's it. Oh, absolutely, LPI. Of course I trade exit. Why is my Alexia doing that? Exit. Yes, Bitcoin. I definitely trade Bitcoin. LP. Sorry, but I'm behind on chat. All right. So about Jerry Esters. Bitcoin. Yeah, that's how I said it, I guess, with a Q, not a C. You really missed this streaming, Pablo? Dude, I was live for 7 hours and 40 minutes yesterday in honor of the working man and woman, and sometimes children, depending on where you are, right? 7 hours and 40 minutes, you know, the typical 8-hour workday. I figured, you know, the 20 minutes time thievery that everyone does, right? Okay, BC Miner. Yeah, I'm just telling you what the chart's saying. I'm not telling anyone to do anything. All right. I swing trade LP. Can we hit 100 or 1,000 subs by episode 100? Seems like a reasonable goal. We could easily do that, right, Zachary? I mean, just I don't know. It seems like you know, I don't do static videos. Really. It might be a good idea for me to do that for more growth, faster growth, but you know, normally when I don't stream, we don't get many subs, so it's normally like getting the bulk of the subs when I stream. So the longer I stream, the more subs we get, I guess, right? So, oh, it's in Chinese. Seth, you know how to read Chinese though, right? I thought, or at least Vet Moonboy did. I think, right? You know Mandarin. The chart on your exchange already broke the 618. How? I mean, I don't know how. What exchange it'd be? I mean, did you use the 8,500 high to the 5867 low? Did you use those fibs? Because I don't know how we're there yet. That's like 7,500. Oh, hey, Beast Nice Man. Simple Beast Nice Man. SY Lennon says zoom out and there's a big trend line Bitcoin is about to hit. What's crazy, you know, once we broke this, that was pretty good. That was a really big, good, like that was a bullish thing when we broke, you know, back from June. Remember the that neckline of the inverse head and shoulders? When we broke that, that was good news. And that's why look how we finally got above it, ran, right? You're talking about a trend line. I don't really see. Okay, I see. Maybe you're talking about the low from March 18th. Is that what you're talking about, SY Lennon, man? Hey, you would, Lennon, you'd really get along with CCCP probes, man. Your fellow comrade. But yeah, I see that. That's kind of the resistance we're at there. And also, if you look a little bit further to the right, you can see a candle body high close from April 3rd. Right, so this little zone right here. Yeah, if you break that, could be nice little run to the upside some more, right? So, good observation, SY Lennon, okay. What's up, Cirrus Pilot Soar 20? So I don't do price predictions. Cirrus, there's too many variables between now and then. This market's unregulated. You know, you got Box coming up. There's too many things. You think about the ETF decision coming up later in the month. I don't do price predictions. What we do here is we try to use technical analysis on the 4-hour and the daily, sometimes the weekly, especially with stocks, to make the decision on what might be happening in the next step. We don't like speculating because most people are very comfortable with making year-end price predictions everywhere on YouTube.
TSLA, please. Looking for a long entry. Maybe.
Hey, HG man, thanks for the $3.18. The Jesus man. Yeah, we'll look at Tesla after the local and the 8s, and just, you know, getting through chat and all that stuff, okay? So again, Cirrus pilots, believe me, there's just like the highest high of majority of YouTube channels and streams will gladly give you a prediction, a year-end prediction. But for me, I don't do that because it to me doesn't make sense. There's not enough evidence or reason for me to believe we'll be at one price or another by the end of the year. Okay, so we just do the shorter term stuff, midterm stuff. Thanks, BC Minor Man. Seth, are you from Thinkorswim? Wonderful platform, by the way. Well, I'm trying to get through this so we can just keep on moving on, alright? Do some charts. Okay, so that's Bitcoin, whatever. Now we can just go back to Ethereum, knock it out. There are new people in here too, like they can see it. But either way, it's just kind of beating a dead horse. In the shortest to short terms, you just have what I believe just an upward sloping flag or channel, touch point 1 here, 2, and then your third anchor point on the upside. And then you've got, in between that, you've got a sim triangle, I believe. And that's just price contraction with scrubby volume. It makes sense that you'd have scrubby volume within the parameters of some sort of price contraction, which is your sim triangle. And we've been in this for like over 2 weeks. And soon it's going to break to the upside or downside soon, because these sim triangles are inherently neutral patterns, but they have a hint of bearishness when they... Well, I didn't hit... What in the world? I don't know what just happened. Sorry. I don't even know what I clicked. Anyway. You know, sim triangles are inherently neutral, but after bearish impulses like this, they can very well just act as bearish continuation patterns, alright? Hold on a sec. Oh, I got the wrong chart up. This is just one that shows the shorter term. Let's go back to the other real quick. Okay, so again, sim triangle, you had bearish divergence on both oscillators and you broke down. So, but fortunately the breakdown wasn't too bad and you're still making higher lows than your previous lows, but understand that the trend we're in is very, very bearish, right? Very bearish since May 5th. Lower highs, lower lows, over and over and over again, and you do have that heart line that you will soon be approaching. Not going to be easy to break that, and the 200 MA itself is not going to be easy to break. Look how we tried to break that 200 MA, could just never sustain above it. Huge breakdown. It's not good, man. Alright, so that's your midterm, but then you've got your 2018 trend, which is extremely bearish too. Right? You just keep making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, over and over and over, man. What's up, Danny freaking Duckworth? Are you kidding me, dude? I remember you, dude. Thanks for tuning in. Glad you're here. Missed you, man. ADA will put on the list. The list is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. The size of it, anyway. Oh, yeah. Now Ethereum looks like lower risk. I mean, you can say lower risk, but that's like literally trying to catch a falling knife. I mean, we're somehow holding support here. Looking left, it stems back to October and August of 2017, but we're through all this chop. And so if we break and we cannot hold above this 279 area, it's going to be very bad. We could easily fall down to the 1272 fib extension, which is 235.50, and we could also come down to a daily candle body close and wick way down around $200 to $220.
TSLA long Henry. No, please, nobody, no. Please either short it or stay away. Your bank account thanks you. I have a novel of material on why it's going bankrupt, least of which is Elon Musk's Twitter insanity.
Hey Seth, man, thanks for the $10 freaking dollars. The little Monero emoji ball. Oh yeah. So, dude, thank you. And yeah, we'll take a look at Tesla right after Ripple. All right, so let's just move on, and then we can get to that topic of conversation real quick. Hold on a sec. XRP. Remember, we just made the adjustment. What? Made an adjustment earlier in the show on Ripple's channel, and it lined up wonderfully. Okay, so, since you know, here we go. April 24th now is our anchor point 1 and 2 and 3 back in the 4th and 5th of May. So 3 anchor points up here, and then we have 1 and 2 on the bottom, and then 3 on the bottom, and the heartline respect is absurd. And here we are again. We're back at that heart line. It seems that this is the way the market is now interpreting this channel. It was right before, but when you get new sets of data, you change it up, mess around, and we could, from messing around, we clearly saw, you know, different interpretations. So here we are at that heart line. Had a huge impulse up. Oh my God, you know, and if you're new in here and you're a Ripple fan, you were very safe if you watched this show, because we told you a billion times to a point where it was obnoxious. If you broke the 42 cent range, you were going straight to 28 cents. Like over and over and over again. Why? Of course, the people that watch all the time are just going to roll their eyes and say, yeah, we know, we know. When you run straight up like this and you don't have any kind of support, no chop, no consolidation, straight up, when the corrections come, or the bearish hurricanes, we call them, come, when you break areas of support that you just built at the point, you just run to the next area where there is support. And we talked about a billion times, the 28 cent mark was the next area where there was a candle body high close, but it's still a very weak support, so we decided to fall below it. And 25 cents was the next area. And that was the lowest we went on candle body closes, but we wicked down to 24 cents before exploding up, and there's reasons why we exploded up, and that's all on your oscillators, where you saw first off the impulse down and the exhaustion pattern after the impulse. Normally you want to consolidate by contrasting the impulse, but we decided to go with it. And then we showed triple MACD bullish divergence, triple RSI bullish divergence, and had a breakout of it on elevated levels of volume, and it kept picking up. And so that was the bottom for at that time, and now we're holding and staying above that 1272 fib extension. Very powerful support. Hopefully we can hold it, but this is an inherently bearish pattern, a descending triangle, and we've just been unable to break not only the 200 MA but the that upper trend line of the descending triangle. So we're below all three MAs right now, and we were just so close to that golden cross, but you know how that goes, like whatever, who cares, it's just one variable, and now we're back below them, and we could very well run to the bottom of this triangle again if we wanted to, easy. All right, volume sucks. So that is your Ripple to the US dollar. Let's go to Tesla. So now we can talk about Tesla, man. The daily real quick. All right. So first off, let's look at the beautiful, beautiful upsloping fib channel that is so well respected, like the Jesus man. And in the shorter term, and this stems back, our first anchor point was 2014, February 2014. Second anchor point was September 2014. Our third anchor point was February of 2016. Since then, just beautiful areas of respect over and over and over again. Look how we topped out at that 75% trend line of the fib channel. You know, at the beginning of the year. No, this was June of 2017. Excuse me. Sorry. So yeah, we've been in this pattern for a year, and it seems like what I think it is right-angled and descending broadening formation, which is, you know, an inherently bullish pattern, but I wouldn't look at it so much as just a bullish pattern, oh my god, all in. Look at it more like, how do you trade when you have huge, well-established patterns like this? You trade within them. You don't worry about the breakout, because we've been in this since June of 2017. Over a year we've been in this pattern. So don't worry about the breakout. Worry about how to get the best areas of value. That's why you plot your channels and your patterns for the critical areas of support. We have downward sloping support, it seems, and we have a horizontal line at the top that is a resistance that we could not break at all. 3 times we failed, and went from $386 all the way down to $288, 80 freaking dollars in a matter of, you know, a month, less than a month, barely. Okay, so soon we'll be approaching horizontal line support at 281 and 266, but you also have a very well respected support, that upward sloping support that would put you maybe around that 275 area. That'd be if you are bullish, if you wanted to take a chance on Tesla, 277 275 is kind of the area where one might want to if they were trying just looking at this chart objectively.
Tesla Inverse Moonboy tipped $25. That channel is about to get majorly disrespected.
Veach ain't doing things.
Hey, Tesla Inverse Moonboy, thanks so much for the $25 frickin', man. Thanks, dude. I really appreciate that a lot, man. God, you're freaking awesome. So yeah, no, I mean, like, it's definitely something to watch. Definitely something to watch. You don't want to break below 275, okay? On the technical side, you just don't want to do it, man. And in the short term on the daily, you're getting bearish convergence, man? Really? You made a... I mean, you had like a price, a low on price, and a lower low on price. Now you're making lower or higher levels of negative momentum. That's not good. And now you're super bearish on the RSI. You're sitting at 35. That's bearish, not good. So in the shortest of short term, not looking good. You can continue breaking down to lower prices, but 275 is that area of lower risk despite anything, right? So, but yeah, remember, Elon Musk, he's on Ambien, and he's tweeting crazy stuff, and that's a lot of instability, hence the pattern that we're seeing. Pretty unstable pattern. Problems with demand, for sure, supply and demand. Alright, so, well, I guess the demand's good. You got a fixed price up here, and that's why we have that horizontal line, but very wacky when it comes to where we bottom at, right? Lower lows, but the same highs. So, alright, I hope that helps on Tesla. You got areas of support coming up, but if you break that, expect, you know, the 100% retrace, which is down here, which would be a small, slight support. But if you can't hold that, see you at the 1272, the 206 area, which is near the bottom of the right angled and descending broadening formation. Okay. Sweet, man. Whew. Let's go to EA. Hold on. I'm trying to like... I'm getting tired of all this. You know what? Screw this. I'm putting on some synthwave, man. I just can't do this playlist anymore. I'm losing my freaking mind. Whew. Okay, let's see. You know what? No, I'm not. I'm putting on some backdoor funk. Give me a sec. If I can find it. Alright, cool. Let's go to EA Games. It's in the breaking critical areas of support from 2016. Alright, so let's zoom out so you can see what's really going on with EA. We're talking long-term trend. It's been going on, my God, man. Touch point 1 back in September of 1999, touch point 2 in February of 2005, and touch point 3 in August or October, whenever, late 2012. Leave it alone, still within the parameters. We have the angle of ascension, we're still there. And we ran up and hit that 75% trend line of the fib channel, the lifespan almost trend line. And broke. We couldn't do it. Why could we not do it? Because we're going to look at the daily now. We'll look at the daily. So you have a trend, a velocity trend within an uptrend. Okay, this was your trend, and it started really back at 2016. 2 anchor points here, and then your third anchor point on the bottom was in February 2016. Ran up, and you look what you did. This is why it was so bad for you. When you try to break 75% trend line from stuff that stems back to 1999 and 2000, and then you try to break a trend line you've been in for like 2 years, and you form at those areas of resistance that you broke out of when you form a rising wedge pattern with triple MACD bearish divergence and RSI bearish divergence on the daily, you are setting yourself up to get annihilated at these levels. These are wonderful areas that one could go short if they wanted. Always. It's universal like that. The volume was nothing great. Nothing great at all up here. on these moves up. Higher highs on price, extremely low levels of volume. Oh yeah. And of course earnings didn't help. They had an earnings beat, but for whatever reason the market interpreted this bad. It might have been a decrease in guidance. Not sure for the reason the gap down. It's normally guidance when you gap down on some pretty high levels of volume. So anyway, we broke out bearishly, and now we're in another trend. We're in a downtrend. Okay, short-term downtrend that started really touch point, June and July. Okay, and so it seems like still kind of respecting that. Whew. But look what we're bouncing off of. Oh my God. MK, do you see that bounce right there, man? We were here on Friday or whatever, and here we are. We literally wicked off of it, showing some very nice levels of bullish divergence on the MACD for now, but this could just keep building. We know that, but it's going to be extremely difficult to get higher levels of negative momentum than the ones we had before. So there you go, bullish divergence. I would say some pretty extreme levels of bullish divergence, honestly. Okay, and you're hitting that $100.12 area, wicking off of it, giving validity to this channel we've been in since, again. Well, actually, touch point 1 was in July of 2015. Right here. So 1 and 2 and 3 here. You leave it alone, let it run. Look at that heartline respect. Oh my God. So here we are, man. Do or die time. You don't want to fall out. You do not want to fall out of this channel. MK thinks we may have already broken out, but I'm leaving it like this. It makes so much sense. Like this. Okay. Okay, man. That's it. Making bearish convergence on the RSI, sitting at 24, extremely overbought on EA. But this most recent gap down and change of sentiment in EA came from Battlefield 5 getting delayed on its release, and also estimates of its pre-release sales being very bad too, not looking good. So EA, with those two factors, has dropped tremendously on a gap down on extremely high levels of volume. Very, very high levels of volume. We have not seen volume this high since May of 2016. It's pretty bad, man.
Glad you're still around after Hive Mitch. You demand mucho respeto for what you do and why you do it.
Hey, Anon. I hope you didn't mean to be Anon. Thanks for the $13.37 to Jesus, man. I really appreciate that. And if you're just now finding me again, man, we've been going hard 7 days a week, non-stop since then. But back on my channel now for, I think today marks 1 week. So I've been on my platform for about a week now. Thanks again, dude. Really appreciate the $13.37. It's very, very elite. Okay. Y'all don't know what 1337 is? Elite. I'm gonna try to draw it right. What does elite mean? Elite means elite. You know, the word elite. I know you all know what that means. So, you never know, we have a pretty vast demographic that watches this show based on YouTube analytics, so just wanted you to know. Okay, so elite equals 1337. Alright, man. So let's go. EA, will we rise? Very, very low areas of risk here. Alright. For crypto tech, you wanted MMNFF. Oh my god, my music's so loud, I'm sorry. Holy crap. Really apologize, guys and gals. Alright. Here's MMNFF. I don't really know what I can do for you. You ran up and touched your all-time high wick. Cannibal closed right at it on a very, very high volume, which is great news. Very great news. Okay. But I mean, you know, what are you going to do here? I'll go 4 hour or something and get more candles. Seems like you were in a channel and you somehow broke out of it. Go figure, right? We don't even know how we can even do it. It doesn't even make sense, right? Like, look, you do it like this, that's fine. It works out. Cool. You can just move it down like that. Or the way it's looking, but it doesn't matter. No matter what way you plot this, it is in fact a breakout of a channel on very high levels of volume. You had bearish divergence and then just completely disregarded it with volume, and you're sitting at the highest levels you've ever seen on RSI. Relative strength, you're at 79 on the 4 hour. Very, very hot and overbought. But it is extreme levels of bullish convergence on the RSI. So we don't know how long this could stay irrational, but it is just, we would need another swing high to be able to try to chart something else, alright? I mean, you could try just doing stupid stuff like whatever. I mean, just trying to make sense of it.
Congrats to whoever bought that a few days ago.
Yeah, really, right? Oh, someone bought MMNFF. You could look at it like this, right? Touch point 1 and 2 on the bottom side, and then 3 on the top, and then you look at some heartline respect here with candle body close. Seth, man, thank you so much, dude, for that $10 freaking to Jesus, man. Dude, thank you. All right, God, unbelievable, man. Love you, man. All right, but you know how crazy it is, right? You could see the candle body area here. You didn't have one candle body close above this either. Isn't that weird? And then right here, heartline respect again before breaking it. And once you broke it, you broke that 75% trend line, and maybe we could run all the way up here to $5.30. We'll see before we decide to break down, because you're not showing any form of bearish divergence anymore on anything. It's all bullish convergence now. Everything on the oscillators in the 4 hour anyway. So, and I think your positive momentum on the daily has just continued to build. Yeah, look, I mean, what do you got nothing telling you lower prices for now. It just is going to go until it stops, and you close the day right at that all-time high wick back from June, late June of this year. So that's all I can tell you about MMNF. Alright. Wish we could spend more time on it. Doesn't make much sense to do that, right? Let's go to MDY, and before I analyze MDY, I'm going to take a look at chat again and just engage with y'all, because that's what I do. It's just what I do. And there are many other channels, most other channels, they'll be happy to not engage with you and just keep on looking at charts and talking all they want. But I like balancing it. Okay. I'm very behind on chat too. Wei Ni How means hello in Chinese. Excellent, Sarah Bell. Excellent. What's up, Tom Mullins, man? I'm glad you made it. No, Pablo, I did not check the Argentinian pesos. It's not part of our, you know, routine, right, on the show. It's not like we're just going to go, all right, we just got done with Ripple, let's go on over to the Argentina peso. You know, so no, we have not looked at that. Oh my god. Freaking Restream always does that to me. It's so weird. It's like it doesn't do it until I start moving and scrolling down on my chat, man. Unbelievable. So yeah, that'd be cool. Seth, that'd be very cool to maybe we could just have it up and then like watch, yeah, have Vet up and then just keep spamming VeChain doing things on the soundboard. Be hilarious, right? Just getting through this. What's up, Dave Jones? Hello. Good to see you again, dude. Danny Duckworth, was that you that tipped? I think it was, man. Hey, thanks so much for the 1337, Danny, man. The Jesus man. Oh my god.
I blew up chat with my diet. Try Bond Tesla. Sorry. Comic grimacing face.
Hurry! Tesla inverse moon boy. Was he triggered? We just don't know. You know, it's just like, yeah, Tesla and the fundamentals and stuff. Like, why did EA drop like it did? EA dropped like it did because of fundamental reasons. We're in an extremely overall bullish market, including the video game sector, and EA still losing tremendous amounts of value in a very short period of time. And it's not technicals. I mean, I guess it was. The technicals started it, but then it's like, oh, of course, everything else played behind the technicals, and it was the start with the rising wedge, with the triple MACD bearish divergence, with the RSI bearish divergence on the daily time scale. It was that, but after that, it was all fundamental, I guess, right? So it's just weird, man. It's really weird. Do I still do Viking music, Dave Jones? Only when we hit milestones. So in less than 200 subs, it will be Drunken Viking Night, right? At 1,000 subs, we'll do it again, okay? But glad you're here, dude. Seriously. Hold on, give me a sec. Danny, man. Danny Duckworth. You good, dude. Next time you say something, good things will happen. Let me just scroll through the other secondary chat real quick. What's the guitar music? This is a Backdoor Funk by Spafford. What's up, Lee Dillon? Isn't that an inverse name? And that inverse name is something Virgie. You just joined. You told about ONT. What do you mean? Oh, you just joined me. Told about ONT. I don't understand, Lee Dillon. What does that mean, man? Hey, Jack Brown, dude. Happy you found the channel. You were thinking the worst. Don't think the worst, man. Think the best. I hold the keys to the castle now, finally, for the first time. Okay, this is my first week of it. So, this is a, short-term blah. We got to rebuild subs, but we will never have to rebuild subs ever again. And I hold control of this channel and stream. It's a great thing, right? I think from the work I put in 7 days a week for the past 6 months, I think I feel that I earned the right to at least have decisions of what happens on my channel, right? Or have a channel itself, right? Period. So about Mark Foster, man. Have we looked at Ethereum yet? Yeah, we looked at Ethereum twice. Been live now for 1 hour and 36 minutes. If you're enjoying this live stream, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Y'all are amazing. Seriously, thank y'all so much for being here. Okay. Danny Duckworth with the 1337 Elite. The Jesus Man. The music was fine, One Mon. Are you sure? Thanks, Miss Taxi Driver. Really appreciate that. Almost there. Yeah, let's hit 100 likes and we'll throw on the fireworks. And while we work on that, we'll just take a look at MDY on the daily. Maybe we can look at the weekly. Might have to look at. Let's look at the weekly. Why not? All right. So weekly. It looks like this is very nice, right? Very, very nice how this is looking. I don't know if we're going to use any of this. The angle of ascent changed dramatically after the global financial crisis. Ooh. Okay. It's not bad at all right there. Wow. But I don't know how we could do any other way, right? I don't know how it would make sense going back here. Because everything, trying to use any angle back here, any anchor points back here, would certainly put us maybe at, a breakout of some sort, and it would not hold within the parameters. So the way you want to look at it is, well, this huge global financial crisis, we broke down, looks like we double bottomed here. This is where we want to start it all, right? Because this was old news, old stuff, right? And then a new world, a new age, a new trend, a new ascent from that catalyst. This is a good way to look at it. Okay, so anchor point 1 was 2010, April of 2010, touch point 2, February of 2011. And then, over time, I think we've changed it, but when we broke down in 2016, that'd be our third anchor point. And if you make those adjustments at that time, you can clearly see that heartline respect, wonderful. Support on that 25% trend line, beautiful. A lot of issues breaking the heartline, right? Finally, when you did really get above it finally, you ran up to the 75% trend line, broke down, chopping around that heartline, and now running up again. Okay, and look right here, all this inability to break it. You just kept failing, and then eventually just tanked and broke down to the bottom, right? So I love the way this looks. Okay, so that's your weekly, long-term, talking like a 10-year long uptrend we've been in on the MDY. Okay, so let's go to the daily now and zoom in a little bit. See what's happening. Okay, so since we had the breakdown, big old correction in January 2016. Let's see if we got something new going on. Let's just take this out a little bit. Perfect, man. Oh my God. Okay, so this, again, 2016, so 2.5 years we've been in this other channel, right? This upward sloping channel. Been holding in it quite well. And just floating along the hard line right now. Nothing spectacular, but great to see that we're holding above that 200 MA. We've used it as a support time and time again. That 200 MA has been respected. Wow. So every time we bounced, extremely bullish when you see that kind of stuff. And above the 20 and 50 day MAs. But you know, currently right now, all-time highs. Let's get our fib extension so we can see how high we can go. All right. So swing high to swing low. Ah, look how we closed the day today. We closed the day using, literally like the Jesus man, the 1272 fib extension as resistance and closed below it, 374.27. So that will be respected as it was today. And if we break that, look for the 1414, but also understand that upsloping trend line that stems back, 10 years almost. Understand that's going to play a role too as a resistance. So you've got multiple resistance above you, but you're currently staring in the face of that 1272 fib extension. Also maybe in the shorter of short term. Don't know. This would play ball, not. But maybe you have some sort of wedge going on. But remember, these wedges, if they're bearish, they're not going to be near as strong as a rising wedge in a bearish trend, okay? Because these are definitely bearish patterns, and your bearish patterns, your bearish indicators, everything, they're just much weaker, and they're just less reliable in extremely bullish conditions, okay? So that's currently what's going on. So we've got the fractal in the shortest of short terms, then we have the midterm trend that stems back 2.5 years, okay? And then we have the very long sustained trend that stems back to the global financial crisis, all right? So whoever asked, I think it was MK that asked about MDY, hope that helps, man. So we analyzed the living crap out of this, did we not? Wow. All right. And your oscillator's not showing bearish divergence, believe it or not. Now, from certain areas, yeah, you are, right? From this high to this high, you are making lower levels of positive momentum. But, compared to your, actual previous levels, it's just bullish convergence. You're making higher highs and higher levels of positive momentum, but ultimately, not looking that great. Okay, so. Whew, goodness gracious, man. One day we'll chart them all. One day they'll all be charted. Right, man? So, crypto score dough to Jesus, man. Yeah. We did look at ARS. I know. I'm just saying. Like Paul was asking if I take a look at it today, or it's like have we looked at it yet? He was like saying it like, well, we always look at the Argentinian peso, almost like implied that way. So I was just messing with them though, because we mess with each other. All right. Oh, there you go. One Man Army. That sounds like yeah, Willy Wonka. I'm a trifle deaf in this ear. Oh man. So much time, so little to do. Yep, Litecoin did break out. My alert went off. I got it, man. It's like, wow. Unbelievable. Was there volume, though? We haven't looked at it yet. Zoro Appreciator. That's right. Zoro Appreciation, man. Thanks so much for the $7.77 that freaking burst coin. And he is working on multiple projects right now. Very big ones. So I can't wait until they're complete and unveiled, because the unveiling will be lit. Can't wait. And then, you know, he's also on the side working on, still working on the emoji balls, but we just have a couple priorities that are very important that need to be implemented like immediately, as soon as possible. So, hey, Zora Appreciator, thanks so much again, and I know you are, and thanks, dude. Seriously.
Bitch ain't doing things.
What's up, Nick Rabat, dude? Glad you're here. And there's Loot Patient. Hello to you, man. Okay, someone asked about Bitcoin Cash, so we're gonna do that. Okay, currently what's going on, you know, Bitcoin Cash, it's been terrible, obviously, since the Great FOMO. We know that. Well-established downtrend. But in the short terms, we have this downward sloping channel, this fib channel, touch point 1 here from July 24th, touch point 2, July 29th, and then touch point 3 down in August 13th. This month, or last month now, wow, it's weird to say that we're actually in September now and not August, but we actually broke out of it on extremely high levels of volume. Awesome. Very cool to see that. And we just now have a new trend, a new channel. So we're using new fib channels, touch point 1, that same touch point that converges with the other one from August 14th, touch point 2 on the bottom side, August 31st, and then touch point 3 and 4, August 12th and 18th. And so as you can see here, we very well respected. Love how now this wick, fat finger wick, nothing. It happens, man. I wouldn't worry too much about it, but we did respect with candle body closes that 100% trend line of the fib channel, the new fib channel we're in. And that's it. Now we're just contracting in price, and we're below the 20 MA now, so that's not good. Chances are we could have a nice breakdown. Okay, it just doesn't. This looks very toppy right now. Okay. Very, very toppy. But right now, as we speak, we're getting a golden cross where your 50 MA bullishly crosses over your 200 MA. Finally, I haven't seen a real golden cross. There was a death cross. Have not seen an actual, true. Hold on a sec. What? Okay, haven't seen a golden cross since July 20th, but it was very short-lived, right? So. Finished it up with a double top, beautiful double top, and then got destroyed after that. So here we are again. Another golden cross. Another huge spike to the upside. This is what gave you your golden cross, this crazy price action, alright? On pretty high levels of volume. So that's it, man. We'll see, you know, where will we fall, excuse me, if we can't sustain prices where we are now. Easily could run down to test the heart line, $600, $20, and after that we'll be testing the 50 MA and the 200 MA, and that's going to be around that 585 area if we can't hold 600. And then, you know, after that you're going to be sitting at the horizontal line supports. I think also your horizontal line support from a previous candle body high close back from the 17th of August, 18th of August. It's very close to that 50% retrace. So this will be a pretty strong support. Hopefully, we can stay above it, just depending on how many people are still in this. Okay, so I just understand that the trend has changed, at least in the short term, for BCC. All right, hope that helps. Whoever asked. Okay, cool. Oh, fireworks? Yeah, exposed, man, totally did. Oh yeah? Oh, we get 100 likes on him. Sweet, man. There you go, man. Boom. Celebration. Thanks again for all the hard work. Those likes mean a lot, okay? Because that helps with engagement when this video goes static. So if you want more people to see this show and sub, and you want to see us grow, you want to see a 1,000 sub Viking night sooner rather than later, all you have to do is just hit that like button. That's all you do if you like this show and want to just give back. Like spike, right? What's up, Long Dong Suit, man? Welcome. Glad you made it on Twitch. Awesome, dude. How did Monero fare? Okay, so with Monero, extremely large downtrend. It really started here. Where's our other anchor points? What? Okay, yeah, there are multiple touch points. Like, there's like 3 wicks up here. So 1, 2, 3 anchor points, and then 1 on the bottom. And so, so disregard everything behind it. Even though when we zoom out, we can clearly see we get respect all along. How crazy is that, right? How just respect. Dude, come on. How insane is this tool when you extend it out 100%? You just get to see more validity of it. Even though there's some chomp and disrespect, you can. It's just nice. So anyway, looking at the chart like this, it's just been extremely bearish. Lower highs, lower lows. Every time you try to break this heart line, you scrub out. Every single time, over and over and over again. And then I think we had touch point 1 and 2, and then 3, and then 4 and 5 and 6. So 6 touch points total on this ascending broadening wedge, and we broke it bullishly. But you better be careful, extremely careful at these prices, because we're respecting right now. It's very clear to show that we are respecting the crap out of the 75% trend line. You know it's going to be tough, and we will probably fail. It'd be surprising we didn't fail, because we're in a downtrend. We're at those resistance points, and we're showing bearish divergence on both oscillators. That's a pretty strong argument to believe Monero will be breaking down, at least for the short term. Okay, I hope that helps. Cool, man. I'm not sure you're buying a masternode for Ether 1 ETH 0. I think there are probably people with better opinions on, you know, getting into whatever that is, more than me. You know, big on charts and technical analysis, and not really big on, well, you know, I'm just not that studied on the fundamentals of crypto in terms of, you know, you getting your Ether 1. And I'm just being honest. I'm not going to try to talk about stuff I don't know what I'm talking about, right? I'm not going to come on here and try to talk about Elliott waves when I don't know them, or talk about, you know, Ether 1 or whatever. So, what's up, Isra? I really appreciate that. I'm glad you're here. Glad you made it. Excellent. The ticker, Ether 1? I don't even know if that works, dude, on TradingView. Let me know if it works on TradingView. I'd be happy to take a look at it. I just don't. Yeah, I don't know. Invalid symbol. So maybe you could help me with a ticker. That's all I need, right? And then I'll be good to go there. Jeez, man, been live for 1 hour and 53 minutes now. Unreal. I don't even know how it works, man. Yeah, people want to see Doge Ethereum, man. Here's your Doge Ethereum, man. Had some form of descending triangle or wedge, whatever you want to call it, and we broke out tremendously. The measured move was literally at the 1618, and we pretty much hit the 1618 beautifully. How insane is that, right? You hit your fib extensions, and since then, that's it, man. You went from 95 sats, and now you're sitting at 74 sats, and here it comes. I think, look, you ran up, you broke down. Attempted rally was pathetic. Couldn't break the... Well, I mean, you got a 382 fib node of longer-term fibs. Much longer-term fibs. But anyway, unable to break above the 20 MA. I don't know how you're going to break to higher highs. If you do, it will be insane, and there won't be much technical analysis involved with us breaking to the upside to higher prices. You have stupid levels of bearish negative momentum. It's going to be very hard to break that. Anything you do, attempt to do, you're going to be making, you're not even going to be making positive momentum rallying. So volume's completely gone too. So this could very well just been a nice trade. Hard to say what we're going to bottom out at, but I could clearly see us, you know, make a lower high, break down, lower high, break down, descending triangle or something, and then see ya break down again. Okay, so that's Dogecoin. Nice trade, but other than that, don't know what else to tell you. It's insane. It's very crazy. Bitcoin Dark still doing things. Did you miss Litecoin? No, it's just on the list. The list is just long. Okay. Ticker is ETH0. All right, I can put it on the list. Whew. List is very long. We've covered a lot today too. Put in the work. We've been extra focused. Well, we stay focused, right? But, you know, just doing things. All right. Doge, whatever, man. No TA. I mean, there was TA. You hit a fib extension, and now you're breaking down, failing to rally, scrubby volume. Okay. A lot of negative momentum. Cool. Yeah, I guess we'll look at Litecoin. Why not, right? What's up, Ryan Neal? Nah, I'm doing pretty well, man. Doing pretty well. Just been rolling. Just been rolling, man. Been busting it. Yeah, man. Breakout. I don't know, man. I don't believe it. I don't believe it for a second. Great areas. One, if they wanted to, could short. It's even worse now, because now we have like that confirmed bearish divergence on a breakout. Give me a break. And now you've got like a shorter term. Look, oh my god, dude. It's going to be so bad. Going to be so freaking bad, dude. Yeah, man. You've got a wedge, and we broke out of a wedge. On no volume. I'm telling you. Don't get destroyed. Because you're asking to get destroyed. Here's your partial rise, failing to break to the upside again. You break the upside, you pivot off the bottom, you run up, you fail to break the top, your partial rise right here. Okay, this thing's just remaining a little bit irrational. A little bit more irrational than others can stay solvent. So please don't FOMO. You see what I'm saying? Okay. Crazy, man. But good for you on Litecoin. Barely breaking out, barely any volume. Golden Cross just happened, awesome. But remember the trend you're in. Don't forget it. Don't forget how bearish this trend is. It's awful. Yeah, nice news. I don't know. Congratulations on $68 again. You know, that's great. been not trying to be mean to Litecoin. It's just look how overwhelmingly bearish everything is right now. You had a rising wedge, you broke out of the rising wedge, you're now forming another rising wedge with the crazy oscillators telling us we're about to get destroyed. I'm not studying on shield coins, indeed. Sorry, man. Is this a bull run, SG? Don't think so, man. What's up, Chaylin, man? Hello, Sleepy Cat. You haven't reset your PC in over a month? Oh my god, that would be a nightmare, dude. That'd be crazy. Alright. God. I guess we can just, whatever, who cares. So be prepared. Take heed of the oscillators. Take heed. I'm looking at all. Stocks, futures, cryptocurrency. There's literally an ETH to 0. I just typed that in. Nothing. Maybe you don't have to type anything and maybe you said enter. Nope. That's not it. Got your 2-year-old with you learning. Thanks, Tim Mosley, man. Glad you're here, and that's awesome that you got your little one with you, just taking in the sights and the sounds of the technical analysis, right? Oh yeah, we can look at that Argentina, you know, peso. Oh yeah, right. We can't look at it to the U.S. dollar. It's not on there. We have to look at the Great Britain pound and other. Wait, here it is. Why in the world, when I type it, it doesn't pop up? And I have it on the all tab. We should replot it. Well, we already had it. Never mind. Okay, yeah. Just scrubbing out. I don't know, man. Just you go below the 75% trend line of the fib channel. Extreme levels of negative momentum. The highest level of negative momentum we've seen technically since July 2016. Very, very bad breakdown. I don't know why this would stop anytime soon. Just saying. Okay. I have no idea. And I don't think there's any way to plot any kind of channel in the short term. I mean, maybe. Just want 1 and 2. That's all we can do. There you go. That works. So 1 and 2 on the bottom, now 3, and then 1 and 2 on the top. So there you go. You just had this very short-term bear trend that's disgustingly steep. It's just awful, man. Very, very bad. Not good, man. Not good. Can you have the Discord link? Yeah, absolutely. We just posted it. Thanks, Bradford, man. Exchange domain. Hold on. So, man, I got it here, and, you know, it's just, I don't even know, man. Oh, live for 2 hours. Crap. Oh, it's time for your local on the 8s. Oops, let me try that again. That feels good. Terrible. Just terrible. Let's go back to Bitcoin, okay? Nothing changed with Bitcoin. Just continuing to slope to the upside and continuing to respect the upper trend line of the channel or wedge, whatever way you want to look at it. We look at it both ways because why not? And just no demand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times we failed to break it. 6 times. And it's just not happening for us. We're making higher prices and we don't even have positive momentum. Volume's terrible. Goodness gracious, man. Give me a sec. So yeah, man, again, beating a dead horse here. From the swing out of swing low, we are within the parameters of a common fib retrace zone between the 382 and the 618. Okay, in between here, it's all common retrace from an impulse down. So until we break the 618 on extremely high levels of volume, break out of this channel on extremely high levels of volume, not sold. I'm not sold yet. So sell me Bitcoin with high volume and a break to the upside. Thanks. And then after we do that, get some pattern development. And I'm not sold until we start breaking above 8,500. You got to do that. You have to. That's how it works. Your bear trend in a bear trend until you start consistently making higher highs than your previous major swing highs. Our only major swing high, looking left, next is 8,500. That's it. So, Mr. Selecki, no, we have not yet. Oh, I don't know, man. Not really, you know, able to like look at another, not see it, but I don't know, there's no data really, so like I'm not gonna be able to do TA for you. There's just like data only stems back to May of 2018. I guess is the daily. Well, never mind. Maybe. Yeah, I can't even. It won't even let me look at it on the 4 hour. It doesn't seem like I only have the hour, the daily, the weekly, and the 1 month, 3 month. So yeah, not much I can really do for you on this. It seems. Okay, so that's Bitcoin. Exit.
Do you want to shop for coin exits?
No. Exit.
Do you want to shop for coin exits?
No.
All right.
What just happened? I don't even know, man. I don't even know anymore. All right. Thanks, Marcias. I'm glad you're here. Really appreciate it. I mean, yeah, HG, just trying to get through everything, make everyone happy and stuff. I'm just gonna skip Ethereum to the US dollar for now and just give me a sec. Just trying to wind it down a little bit, you know. Everything's kind of dying down, so try to do the same. Mr. Selecki, here you go, man. Just real quick to knock it out for you. Somehow, crazily enough, just still holding within the parameters here. Just nuts, dude. But yeah, we remember I don't know why. I guess it didn't save or anything, but you know, you got price contraction. I think a little bit. So I think that, it's a conservative way of looking at your triangle. I'm sure you could do it other ways. You could pull it all the way back here and up here and stuff. That's fine. You can do that. But I just like this, I guess. I mean, you can do that. Surely if you want to, but then you're going to be like cutting out a lot of stuff. So just, okay, huge breakdown. Now you're forming a very, very large sim triangle. All right. And with the sim triangle, it's just, we're very matured. And we're showing, we showed bearish divergence, Class B bearish divergence. And now we're trying to make higher highs. We're showing just lower levels of positive momentum over and over and over again. Sitting at 61 on the RSI, pretty hot. But it's all neutral. The oscillators are neutral. Look, you got bullish convergence and then bearish divergence. Okay, so just price contraction, oscillator contraction on the MACD, and then you've got you're sitting slightly bullish on the RSI. That's it right now. Okay, after a huge impulse down, you're consolidating. That's what you do. So neutral. So keep your eye on it. Have your alerts set up. If you're wanting to go long, you take one would take their lower risk at the bottom area of the triangle, and one's going short. They take their risk at the higher ends of the triangle. That's it. Neutral pattern. Don't assume. Assuming here can get you in a lot of trouble. Okay, falling wedge. Beautiful trade. Both targets hit, but then we formed that rising wedge with bearish divergence and huge breakdown. And now we're contracting on our price. Seeing a big move to the upside or downside is coming soon. All right. Mr. Lucky, I hope that helps, man. Yeah, man, it's crazy. It just keeps on getting destroyed over and over and over again. Touch point 1 and 2 now, and then 3, and then 4 and 5 on the top end. Below the 1272, below the 1414 now. Had all this bullish divergence, and there's no demand. So everything's getting invalidated somewhat. But look, even still, from this low to what we've got right now, we still got forms of bullish divergence. You just have to do it like this, and if it just keeps building, that's fine, but you still in fact have it. It was interesting that we had this little trend line and we broke it. So now from this low to this low, we're double bottoming on the RSI, just sitting straight up on that 30.29 area. So yeah, man, it's getting bad. It's getting real bad, and just keep losing value. And the next support, I think, is 37.630, right? And that's way back, a little wick. It's not strong, a wick support from November of 2017. Very, very bad. So this is a tremendously bearish, looking very, very bad. Hope that helps. HG. 1618 is 34,063. And after that, man, I don't know what to tell you. You got other stuff down here. Other supports. So Mr. Marcius. Okay, Marcius. Excellent. Normally pretty decent with names, so I'm going to try to retain that. Marcius. What's up, Giovanni? What's up, Oracle? So, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to do, I've been live for 2 hours and 14 minutes. I'm going to get out of here. I'll be back tonight, so don't worry about that. So, episode 91 tonight. Tune in at 11 Eastern, and I'll be here. So until then, respect the TA. And thanks again for all the contributions. Friggin' love y'all.
Wow.